Hello, hello. Oh, okay, it's working. It's good to recognize that something is working finally. Welcome, all of our dear parents, friends, to our number 4 on Pointe Recital. I cannot believe it's already number 4. How wonderful is that? And I wanted to thank you, those parents who are with us for 4 years. Could you please raise your hand and let's see how many of us live with on Pointe for 4 years. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you so much. We're absolutely amazed by the growth of our students this year. Not only we stepped up forward with our professional education, we signed up with IDA company, who came from New York to our studio and evaluated our students, on a professional level. That was exciting, and kids' growth by going to that program, of course, brought them to an absolutely different level. The whole mindset of the studio changed, and that was very exciting for us. So we grew bigger and bigger each year, and that makes, again, us believe that fairy tales do come true. But I don't say that fairy tales come true when you wish strong enough. Fairy tales come true only if you work hard enough. So that happens to be in ballet, and it seems working every single time. I can say, I have to bring up, our own student. She's a senior this year. She's going to be leaving us. It's so sad. Erin Fabush. So we'll be leaving this out. But it was her idea to do fairy tales. She was walking out of the door from last recital. Everything was chaotic, and she's like, Miss Nina, why don't you do fairy tales next year? And I was like, we're going to do it. And by driving from last recital home, my mind already was spinning on how to bring everything to life. So I truly hope that you're going to enjoy this year's performance, and I hope we will make this fairy tale come true to you today on one stage. And we're very excited and happy for our students. They cannot wait to show you everything they learned.
She said a lot this year, didn't she? Lord have mercy. Even stole my lines again. She said I was boring last year and I was droll, so I have to really kick it up a notch, so I must apologize in advance. You are going to hear something as cheesy as Swiss cheese, my friends. In that regard, I have to say that we are so proud that we have continued to grow, the support of our parents, our friends, the community. It's amazing to us. We're on our 5th year out here now. This is auspicious but kind of a strange year for us. This is the 5th year of Harvey when we came out from Houston. Don't need to go into details of the why, but I am glad that we are here as the result. This studio has been a kind of the central point of our lives for the 4 years. It's been the stability that we've needed. And it has helped us as a family as much as it's helped you kids in their dancing. So thank you for being a part of our dreams. And again, I have to admit, she threatened to fire me. I said, please. Then she didn't. But she did put me on a script. So this year, there will be no conversations about dumplings, unfortunately. I am starving. But please enjoy my rather butchering of the classics that we've based our performance on today. Again, thank you everybody, all of our honored guests, our friends. Please enjoy the show. Thank you. The next day, when Jack woke up in the morning and looked out of the window, he saw that a huge beanstalk had grown from his magic beans. He climbed up the beanstalk and reached a kingdom in the sky. There lived a giant and his wife. Jack went inside the house and found the giant's wife in the kitchen. Jack said, "Could you please give me something to eat? I am so hungry." The kind wife gave him bread and some milk. Nothing gave the youngest princes such pleasure as to hear about the world of human beings up above them. Her old grandmother had to tell her all she knew about ships and cities and of people and animals. What seemed nicest of all to her was that up on land the flowers were fragrant, for those at the bottom of the sea had no scent. And she thought it was nice that the woods were green and that the fish you saw among their branches could sing so loud and sweet that it was delightful to hear them. Her grandmother had to call the little birds fish, or the princess would not have known what she was talking about, for she had never seen a bird. When you get to be 15, her grandmother said, you will be allowed to rise up out of the ocean and sit on the rocks in the moonlight, watch the great ships sailing by, and you will see the woods and the towns too. One day her mother said
to her, "Come, little Learned Riding Hood, here's a piece of cake and a bottle of wine. Take them to your grandmother, she is ill and weak, and they will do her good. Set out before it gets hot, and when you are going, walk nicely and quietly, and do not run off the path. Or you may fall and break the bottle, and then your grandmother will get nothing. When you do get into her room, don't forget to say good morning, and don't peep into every corner before you do." Just at sunset, Eliza saw 11 white swans with golden crowns on their head fly towards the shore. As they flew, one behind another, they looked like a white ribbon floating in the air. Eliza climbed up and hid behind a bush on the steep bank. The swans came down near her, flapped their magnificent white wings. The king's son had been told that a great princess, hitherto unknown to anyone present, was about to arrive at the ball, and ran to receive her. He himself helped her down from her carriage with his royal hand and led her to the ballroom, where all of the guests were assembled. As soon as they saw her, an enormous silence descended. The dancing ceased. The fiddlers forgot to ply their bows as the entire company gazed at this unknown lady. The only sound in the entire ballroom was a confused murmur. "Oh, isn't she beautiful?" Show business. Let's start that one again. "Where are the gold pieces now?" the fairy asked. "I lost them," answered Pinocchio. But he told a lie, for he had them in his pocket. As he spoke, his nose, long though it was, became at least 2 inches longer. "And where did you lose them?" In the wood nearby." At the second lie, his nose grew a few more inches. "Well, if you lost them in the nearby woods," said the fairy, "we'll look for them and find them. For everything that is lost there is always found." Plant this seed, water it carefully, watch over it, and give it your love. If you do all these things, then you will have a child. So the old woman did all those things the lady had told her to. In a week, there was a beautiful yellow flower in place of the seed. The next day, the flower bloomed. Inside the flower was a beautiful little girl who was the size of a woman's thumb. So she called her Thumbelina. She made her a little dress out of golden threads. Thumbelina slept in a walnut shell and brought the old woman joy and happiness.